Meeting again.
It is a special meeting, yeah.
We need one more council member.
No,
We don't
for
need.
canvassing purposes, only, that's the only time that they,
That's it. That's the only action we can take.
two people, yeah.
All right, ready, Lorena? Okay, at this time, I will call this special meeting of the Port Lavaca City Council to order on this May 16th, 2023 at 2:00 p.m. We are here today with our one agenda item to canvass the votes. But before we begin, as with any meeting, I must ask if there's anyone here that wishes to speak before council members. No one has signed up to speak, and I see no one here, so we can move on and proceed with the with canvassing the return to the May 6th, 2023 City of Port Lavaca General Officers Election. Andy?
Okay, that one's for you there, okay. And Rosie, okay, I'm gonna give you one of these tally books. I'll explain it. Okay, right, so here, okay, there's a tally book. All right. What you've got stapled, that's the unofficial, okay, count, because it's official until after we canvass it, okay? So if you open up your tally book, that one, that's what the election worker uses as the judge calls out each vote as to whom it's for, okay? So you have the first page is the early voting, okay? And you've got Daniel Aguirre and you've got Mike McGuire. And the judges have signed on the very first page. This shows you who the election worker was in this particular instance. Yours was Mary Tharland. I believe you've got Linda Pena over on your end, okay? So as you go across, this is how many votes was for Daniel Aguirre, okay? Which would be 57 votes. If you go across on your early voting, you see? You go on the top?
Yeah. That's it.
Okay, and then on Mike McGuire, if you go across early voting, he got 24.
Mhm.
So again, if you look at this, mira. So here you've got 57, okay?
Yeah.
For Daniel Aguirre on this sheet, Jim. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it corresponds with the tally
Right.
book. And then Mike McGuire was 24 over here. This is early voting, okay? For a total ballots of 81 cast.
Right.
For early voting. Okay? Then if you flip it over, Jim, you go to election day. Okay?
What about
And you should,
mail-in vote?
we had one. We had
Right.
one mail-in vote.
Where does it go?
The mail-in vote was this one right
Where
here.
does it go on here?
Okay, it doesn't, let me tell you why we didn't put it on here this time, because we don't want if somebody asks for an open record on this for that mail-in vote and they see this tally, they're gonna know who they voted for. So we tried it, this
makes
is a
sense.
case of just one,
Right.
okay? So there's no guessing,
It's a
Okay.
secret ballot.
Right.
yeah, so we have to protect.
So this is open records, but this is not.
No, this is basically is not. This is just a tool that the election worker uses to tally up, okay? But this is the official, I mean, this is what goes out to the public.
Yeah.
Not that, okay? So that's the reason your mail-in vote is not broken down. You know, if there was more, then we could tell you so many for Mr. Aguirre, so many for Mr. McGuire, okay? But in this case, I mean, I know who they voted for,
Right.
but I have to,
Yeah.
I have to protect their privacy.
The Port Authority, they had two mail-in votes. And they did announce one for each candidate, but you don't know who cast what vote.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So in this case, it's entirely different because
Right.
you know, so it's just to keep anybody from getting harassed or.
Right.
So then you go to election day. Okay. And you're gonna see 17. Okay, yeah. And so, well, you can figure it out.
You added the mail-in vote there?
Yes,
Well, on this sheet here, you've got for election day itself, you've got 17 for Daniel Aguirre.
that is
But
correct.
Mike McGuire, you have 9, and in this book, it has 8.
Okay,
So where do you think the other one came from, Jim?
but what did we talk about? We had a mail-in.
Oh, I see.
thing.
I see.
Okay,
Erase that from the record.
yeah. So, but again, and so that's why. But here again, at the book, it tallies up though, because you've got one.
Right.
One
On the other page.
yeah, I mean, here again, see,
Yeah.
okay, see, so, but it's like I said, I mean, you won't know who the mail-in voter is. But if they ask for an open records on who that mail-in voter is, they're gonna know who it was. You know, but otherwise it's kept secret.
Reasonable.
So on election day, there was a total of 26 votes that were counted. Now, for the total votes, you're gonna have the early vote on Daniel Aguirre, you got 57 on early voting and 17 on election day, for a total of 74 votes for Daniel Aguirre. And then for Mike McGuire, early voting was 24, election day was 9, making a total vote of 33 for Mike McGuire. So total ballots cast rather, early voting, you had 81. Election day, there was 26 votes. So the total for both candidates were 107 votes cast.
Got it.
For election day, okay? And then the second one here, those are the official, so this becomes the official election result,
Gotcha.
okay? And then your next one, your next page is going to be and that's what the mayor will sign, is the canvas of the general election. And basically this is a Secretary of State form. And basically what he's saying is that, again, the council have gone through the votes, through the tally sheets, and they correspond. And so that's basically what you're going to be signing, Mayor, is that the count corresponds. And I've got that there, yeah.
Unless the quorum can approve a resolution for this.
Yeah,
For the statute.
For the canvassing.
Resolution.
Yeah, for the canvassing yet, or what we have done in the past is because most of the council prefers to have the resolution at the regular meeting. So we can table this resolution and do it.
It's legal for us to do it. We can do it and just put it on the council agenda for ratification. Just notice the council. They want to.
Okay, I mean, however y'all want to do it.
Any of them are excited about having to put on the canvas.
Well, if they're both okay, I don't see why we couldn't. I mean, it doesn't matter to me
Yeah.
one way or the other.
Usually I'll bring it to the regular, to where we're doing the oaths. And we give out the certificate, the election certificate for each one, because we're gonna have Alan Tippett that we're going to also issue his certificate of election. And these are duly elected, okay, until they get their oath. And we usually do that at the regular meeting.
Okay,
So,
fine. That sounds good.
It's just however, I mean, it can be done either way. The main thing right now is to correspond, that the numbers correspond.
So since we did it today, we're within the time frame that we have to canvass the votes.
Yes, on the canvassing, for an odd year like this one, you canvass not 3 days, you canvass 3 days after the election, but not longer than 11 days, which would have been the 17th. Tomorrow would have been the last day that we can canvass. On even years, it's not less than 3 days and not more than 14 days on even years.
Why is that?
A lot of it is because on even years is when you have the bigger
Oh, okay.
elections, you have the presidential
Oh, okay.
elections, the state.
Makes sense.
Okay, so they give them more time for votes to come in either by mail. If you're in the military, you might have a vote coming, being cast by mail. So they just give them a little bit more time
Gotcha.
on your bigger elections.
Got it.
And it's never less than 3 days because we have what we call provisional voters. So if there is a discrepancy with somebody that comes to vote as far as the residency, okay? We never turn a voter away. We give them the opportunity to vote however they want. But on those, they're put in as a provisional voter. And then it's taken over to the registrar's office, which is the election administrator. And they figure out, is he's, according to their address, could they vote on this one or couldn't they? But they make that call. And again, we have to wait for the provisional ballots, if any. In this case, we didn't have any provisional, but it just gives them, and they don't feel that if you vote on a Saturday, 3 days is not enough time for them to do their background. So we can't do it less than 3 days.
Got it.
That makes
Okay,
sense.
yeah. So we've got, we're within the timeline for canvas. We have till the 17th.
Good.
So that's just y'all telling the mayor, yes, we concur with the tally sheets and and this is the one you're gonna sign on. Wait a minute. Okay, this is a canvas of the election. So you're just signing that everything's, see here again, certified, the figures on the tally sheets correspond with the figures on the returns.
And everything corresponds properly? Does he?
Yes, I got it.
Everything's copacetic.
Yeah, okay, yes. I can sign, and
So we will do
yeah, and
that.
that makes it. And then this resolution, it's like I said, again, you're certifying the returns and declaring the candidates elected. But again, as your resolution states down on the bottom, okay, this one here is for Daniel Aguirre. Because we've already done a duly elected when we canceled the election for unopposed candidates on Mr. Tippett. So this one here, of course, says it's subject, okay, to that candidate taking his oath of office and everything before he's declared. But he's duly elected.
Right,
He's just not official until he takes his oath.
right.
Okay, let me call that. Agenda item number
Okay.
2, consider resolution number R-051623-1E, certifying that the May 6, 2023 general election returns. Certifying the general election returns and declaring candidates elected. Okay, so it's been explained already. I'll need a motion approving the resolution as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Second, we have motion and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Unopposed, motion passes, resolution passes.
Are we going to reaffirm it in the May?
Ratify it.
June meeting?
We can ratify usually, I mean, if it's done
So
during the
courtesy.
canvassing, I mean, all you're saying is everything's kosher and this candidate is duly elected.
Good.
And
Okay.
then, at the regular meeting, we'll do the oaths of office, give them the statement.
And at that time, you can announce it's been certified through, the canvassing has been.
Right.
Yes. Yes, yeah,
Combination to.
yeah.
With
I mean,
another
there'll be minutes. You're gonna have minutes for this special meeting. Just like we do at any meeting, you know, there will be minutes. For this meeting.
Yeah.
So we're done then.
That's it. I just,
Okay.
and you.
Make a motion to adjourn.
So move. I'll be second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
The opposed, same sign. You're none opposed. Motion passes. We stand adjourned.
Got it.
Thank you so much.